Hey YouTube, a little bored. I had knee surgery yesterday, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting on my chair here, bored out of my mind. So I figured I'd do a little Game Boy Advance collection video for you. Got my awesome pink GBA. It's the 101 with the backlit screen. I'll eventually paint the case, maybe. I don't know. I guess I really don't care that it's pink. It's in good shape. It's only got this one little scratch you can see here. Other than that, it's in real good shape. But storage options. A lot of people have storage option videos for these games, for their GBA stuff, and I think this is amazing. You can make it as tall as you want too. These little latchable boxes, they're like $4 at Walmart, and you get 2 of them. So for $8, I got all the 4 you see here, and they hold about 7 games with the cases, with these clear cases. You can fit like 10 or 12 or something like that in there without the cases. But they don't move around. It's perfect. It's pretty badass, to be honest with you. Going through what games I got. My collection's a bit different than most people's. I guess I just don't, like, everybody's got RPGs and Pokemon and stuff, and I don't really, I've got a couple RPGs, but I don't really dig them too much. I like action stuff, racing stuff, sports stuff. So, of course, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, just a classic game on the Game Boy Advance, really fun. They did an awesome job with this, especially for being like an early game on the system. You just play this for hours and just do tricks and stuff. Let's see, we got empty case. Duke Nukem Advance, the only shooter I got on the first-person shooter I got on the system. I really want to get Doom and Doom 2, but they're like super hard to find, super expensive. Like $40 for Doom 2. It's ridiculous for a Game Boy Advance game, but if I find it, I'll get it just because it's so damn good. NHL Hits 2003. You can see the labels all jacked up on this game, but I think it was like $2 or something like that at Disc Replay. I like to get all my stuff in the wild, by the way. I don't like ordering online, so everything that you got here is all stuff I found garage sailing or in the retro game stores and stuff. But NHL Hits, the player pixels look pretty bad, especially when your guy's on fire. But the game is super fun. Sound is great. Action's pretty good. Mario Golf. Everybody knows about this game. I mean, they've got a billion Mario Golf games out. This one's really no different. Tried to add like RPG elements to it, which I almost completely ignore. I just do one-off rounds. NHL 2002. This is my second favorite game on the entire system. This game is so badass. It's just like all your NHL 97, 98s on the Super Nintendo. Just updated with the 2002 roster, and I'm from Detroit, so this is like the best Red Wings team ever. So it's a really fun game to play. Madden 05, I'd say this is probably the best one on the system as far as the Madden games go, but it's still only okay, which is to be expected for a Game Boy Advance. It's not as good as the Super Nintendo ones, and the Super Nintendo ones weren't all that great either. So that's it for this box here. Oh yeah, and that last one's Donkey Kong Country. I actually have in the Game Boy right now, playing that game. Pretty good port, actually. Graphics are great. Sound is, I think, almost as good as the Super Nintendo version as far as the sound goes for the game, but you can't go wrong with Donkey Kong Country, man. Everybody loves Donkey Kong Country. Brutally hard, though. I remember it being easier when I was a kid than it is now. Got a good amount of like fighting games too on the system. DBZ Supersonic Warriors, okay. It's just like a button masher. I don't know, man. I play it for like 5 minutes and get bored with it, but graphics are good, and everybody loves DBZ. It's probably the best Dragon Ball Z game on the system, I guess, in my opinion. Sonic Pinball. This game is, I guess, kind of collectible. It was like a Target exclusive or something. I don't remember. I love pinball. I own pinball machines in my home. This game is not really that good, though. It's mostly just collectible, and I love pinball, so I have it. You get like 2 tables in the whole game, and then like they try to retheme the same table over and over again, and it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really work, in my opinion. Now, this game is my favorite game on the entire system. This game I did import from Japan. I'm a huge MMA kickboxing fan. This is K1 Pocket World Grand Prix 2. It's a kickboxing game, and it's probably, not probably, in my opinion, it's the best fighting game on the system, the best game on the system. I have so much fun with this game. It's got real fighters. But it's real tongue in cheek. They have like special moves and stuff like you'd see in Street Fighter. But the graphics are fantastic. The sound is fantastic. The gameplay is fantastic. Simply my favorite game on the entire system. I cannot rave about this game enough. And totally playable. If you don't know Japanese, it's completely playable. And there's a lot of English text actually in the game on top of the Japanese text. So if you can get your hands on this, import it from Japan. If you like fighting games, if you like kickboxing or UFC, this game is a must-have if you have a GBA. Dynasty Warriors Advance, this game is like dirt cheap. You can find it anywhere. You can get it brand new, still sealed in the box for like $12. And this game is fun as hell. It's super fun, pretty deep. I mean, as far as a Dynasty Warriors game can go, but also simple to play. So tons of fighters, tons of weapons you can collect, all that good stuff. But really fun. Great time waster. Tekken Advance, another great fighting game on the system. Not really a whole lot to say other than, it's Tekken in your hand, so pretty good. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. This is probably the best Mortal Kombat game on here, in my opinion. Graphics are good. It's got the whole 3D setup. You can step around the arenas, and graphics are pretty good. Combos are good. It's pretty good all the way around. The fatalities are kind of lame, I guess, graphically. Like everybody's got their, no matter what fatality you do, it's basically they stomp on a guy and their heart pops out. I mean, it's pretty lame, but the fighting's fun. If you like Mortal Kombat, it's a pretty good game. They have Mortal Kombat 3 on the system also, which I don't have, but that's probably better actually. But I really enjoyed Deadly Alliance on the PS2, and it's pretty fun on this system also. My collection's pretty small. I've only got like 28 games or something like that, but what I do have, I think, is really top notch and slightly different than what most people have. Of course, Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Fusion. Metroid Fusion, I've played before and finished it. I don't own it anymore, but it's the best Metroid game ever made, in my opinion. The story is so immersive; it's almost scary. Zero Mission is probably the second best Metroid game, in my opinion. They did AM2R, which was a fan game on the computer, which was also very good. And I would put it on par with this one. So if you get if you have a computer, and you can find the ROM to download for AM2R, which is basically a remake of the Game Boy Metroid 2. Like this is a remake of the original Metroid. Get your hands on it. Pretty awesome. I know Nintendo tried to have it taken down, so it might be harder to find these days, but if you can find it, get it. It's awesome. As far as this game goes, it's long. They added a lot. Graphically, it's amazing. Generally, anybody who has a GBA either has this or Fusion or both, because it's probably the best action game on the system. Scourge Hive is kind of like an action RPG type game. You got this chick with red hair that flows like crazy, like she's in a windstorm, and she shoots stuff. It's fun. It's cool. The bosses are cool. It's a pretty good game. I haven't finished it yet, but very good. Kingdom Hearts, one of the RPGs I do have, and it's okay. I don't know. I'm not a huge RPG fan, and it's got like a card battle system. It's cool. I finished it, I guess, but I don't know. It's all right. Rebel Star Tactical Command. This game is awesome. I can't get it to focus here. If you play XCOM on the computer, XCOM Enemy Within, this is more like the original XCOM on the computer, and it's made by the same developer, and it's so good. It's just like XCOM, and it's deep, it's hard. You'll die a lot. You have to restart missions a lot, but it's totally worth the effort. It's so fun. I can't praise this game enough either. This is another one of my favorite games on the system, and it's cheap, and you can find it. It's not really that rare, and it's like $4 or something at a disc replay. You can find it at a garage sale because it's pretty common, I would say, at a garage sale for $1 or something like that. Great game. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. One of the RPGs I do have that I actually do like. This game is super fun. Everybody knows about this game, though. I mean, there's not much that I can say that you don't already know. Combat is super fun, immersive, badass game, and funny, really funny. I got the Castlevania Double Pack, which has got Aria of Sorrow, and the second one, which I can't remember the name of. Aria of Sorrow's behind the Metroid games. The Castlevania games are the best action games on the system. You can't go wrong. If you get this double pack's pretty pricey. If you can find, there's a lot of bootlegs, so be careful. But if you can find the original, it's worth getting. It's awesome. Comes with 2 excellent games. Fire Emblem, another probably the other and last RPG I believe I have on the system, and it's fantastic. I'm sure there's 2 of them on here on the GBA, and I'm sure the second one's just as good as this one, but I like tactical RPGs. This is like Advance Wars, but and it's fantasy themed. And if your guys die, they die, which is that's what this franchise is known for. Very fun. A lot of starting battles over though if you lose a character you love. So just keep that in mind. And the last box I got here, we got WarioWare. Everybody loves this game too. This game is a real fun time waster. There's a lot of games that you can get like on your cell phone nowadays that are a lot like this, but WarioWare is a classic. Just fun, just straight up fun mini games. TMNT is like a beat 'em up, kind of like a Double Dragon or something like that. Really short game, but really fun. Graphically, it's amazing. Michelangelo walks like a ding dong in this game for some reason, but other than that, it's really fun, really good game. They made another one, and then there's a Turtles game. It's called TMNT, which is similar, but based off of that TMNT movie. That game is fun also. I played it, but I don't own that one. Really fun. All the Turtles games, really. Monkey Ball Jr. Graphically, this game is amazing. How they were able to pull the 3D effect off on the GBA. In my opinion, it's probably the best 3D game on the GBA. Even though it's just Monkey Ball, it's simple. Nothing real special about it as far as what the game itself is, but really fun. I mean, it's like Marble Madness, man. When I was a kid growing up, Marble Madness was like the game to play on the Nintendo. I love that game. That game's a lot harder than this game, but it's the same premise. And what's not to love about Monkey Ball? I love racing games. I've got a bunch of them on the GBA. F-Zero, GP Legends, awesome. Any of the Mode 7 F-Zero games are brutally fun. I can't get enough of F-Zero. they made, this is the second one they released in North America. The first one, I think, is Maximum Velocity. I don't have that one, but I'd like to get my hands on it. And then they had a Japan-only one that I might actually import, like I did K1 Pocket. And I don't know, just because F-Zero is just so badass. What do we got here? Racing Gears Advance. I don't see this one in a lot of people's collections, all the collection videos on YouTube. But I don't know why, because this game, it's rare. It's kind of pricey. It's like $25 if you buy it in the store or whatever, if you can't find it at a garage sale or something. But it's freaking awesome. All licensed vehicles. It's RC Pro-Am-ish, kind of in a way where you get weapons, you shoot missiles at other cars and that and whatnot. The tracks are beautiful. The graphics are wonderful. The control is amazing. The shortcuts in the tracks, everything you'd want from a racing game. It's like RC Pro-Am and like San Francisco Rush all together. It's awesome, and it's like a top-down isometric game. So that's why it's like RC Pro-Am. But this game is so fun. It's I don't know, man. It's one of the best racing games on the system that I've played, and I don't see it in anybody's collection for some reason. I don't understand it. If you can find this game, get it. You will not be disappointed. Even if you don't really like racing games that much, this game will hold your attention, I promise you. V-Rally 3. This is made by a developer. It's just two guys that made this game, and graphically, it's amazing. I love the cockpit view. The car feels so realistic from the cockpit view. Driving, the physics feel really, really good. The graphics are amazing. I really, really want to get Colin McRae Rally 2 for this system, just because the physics are supposedly, the graphics aren't as good, but the physics are supposedly the best. But this game, especially for being a developer, just with two guys made this game, and it's excellent. It's really fun, and I love rally games. Dirt, X-Pand Rally, Colin McRae Rally is some of my favorite games of all time. On like any system I can play them on. Colin McRae 2 on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, is like the best rally game ever. Just in case you're getting into the rally games or you like them, check that one out. It's the best rally game ever. But this game is really fun. And what do we got here? Super Mario 3. Not really a whole lot to say about that. Everybody's played this game before. It's like the best Mario game ever made. Arguably. People say Super Mario World, but I like this game better. And I think that's it. That's the whole collection, guys. But I figured on top of the collection video, looking at the games, at what games I had, just showing you guys how I store them. This isn't exactly... There's people that have different videos about storing their games on their channel. But this is a great, inexpensive. You can find these cases anywhere. You can get them on Amazon you get like 10 of them for, I don't know, or 20 of them or something like that for $6 or something like that. I don't know, but they're cheap. And these boxes are super cheap at Walmart, and you can get them. I think I don't think I've been to a Walmart that I didn't see these. So you can get them at probably every Walmart you go to in your area. But it looks good. It's uniform. It's protective. And yeah, very, very cool. Thanks for watching my video. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. Go out and get some of these games, man. They're fun.